I was seeing on the internet, we had another person that wants to call the police and feel they're deputized to try to get another black person murdered. And this woman by the name of Allison Attell, she has been known on the internet now as Permit Patty. Now, the video has definitely went viral that you had an 8-year-old little black girl selling water, which is a great thing. She's trying to be a little entrepreneur, and we definitely promote doing for self here. And the child that age is trying to do that. We can do nothing but commend that child, but no, leave it up to people like Permit Patty and Barbecue Becky. They will use those opportunities to try to get police to murder another black child. So the video came out. I'm glad the woman recorded it. Now Permit Patty came out speaking, and guess what? She's the victim. Let's roll that clip.
Some water.
This is a video of Allison Edel apparently making a call to police. It went viral. She said what you don't see is what prompted the call. She says for 2 hours she listened to her 8-year-old neighbor loudly selling bottled water in front of her apartment building.
I just couldn't get any work done.
Edel says when she asked her building security guard to intervene, nothing happened. So she came out to talk to Jordan Rogers' mother.
I said, please, I'm trying to work. You're screaming, you're yelling, and people have open windows. It's a hot day. Can you please keep it down? You know, do you have a right to be here?
Edel says she questioned whether the girl needed a permit to sell water.
Thank you.
Then says she called police to ask them if indeed a permit was required. She says she never asked the police to respond.
There was no point in having the police come. That wasn't it. I just wanted them to be quiet or move to a corner. They were being disruptive.
She also said she never confronted Jordan directly.
I only spoke to the woman. I never once spoke to the little girl.
Jordan's mother says that's just not true. She says Edel asked her daughter directly if she had a permit to sell bottled water. She says she's convinced the question was racially motivated, which is why she says she started recording Edel's call to police.
We've been out here before with my nieces who are full white, and she didn't come out here, and they were being way louder than Jordan was by herself.
Edel says her complaint had absolutely nothing to do with race.
There was never a racial issue, ever. First of all, I didn't even know who was the one doing the shouting. I couldn't see. All I could hear was the shouting. I had no idea who it was. How could it have been race related?
She says the backlash from this video has been painful.
I have gotten so much hate mail. I am getting continuously text messages with all kinds of threats. Horrible images and death threats.
If you enjoy the engaging news and information we present on this channel, would you consider partnering with us on Patreon? Your support helps us to remain your go-to source for news and commentary for only $2 or $5 per month. That's less than a cup of coffee. During the YouTube ad crisis, we faced the horrible idea that our show would have to be shut down. But it was great people like you that made the difference and helped to save our show. We want to give a huge thank you to every difference maker that supported us on Patreon, and make sure to subscribe to our channel.
First of all, did you hear all the excuses that Permit Patty was making about why she called the police? Now, she gave a BS answer to say she was calling the police to find out if the little 8-year-old girl needed a permit to sell water. Now, Google don't work, Bing don't work, Yahoo or any other search engine, it doesn't work. You call the police for that? You see, if the police was actually utilizing their resources for the right things, then maybe, just maybe, they can get some things done. But when Permit Patty is calling to find out information about a permit, she should have called City Hall and maybe got that information. But it doesn't matter about her and who she's calling. The fact is, she knows, and all of them know this one thing that, and thank God for Tanya that she said this. I'll play that clip again.
From a lot of white people is that the police are there to still keep the black people in line, and they support police brutality, They don't care if unarmed black man gets shot. They don't care. They think that that's what the police are there for. They don't feel like black people are citizens. They don't feel like they have their day. They should have their day in court. And so, you know, even though Jim Crow is over with here, you still have that mentality. These people reproduce. They had children, you know, and that mentality is still alive and well.
Yes, they all know and they all believe that the police are there, as Tanya stated, to keep black people in line. This is why they all feel deputized to grab that phone and call the police. And finally, black folks have finally seen it and finally woke up to understand what they're doing when they see them grab that phone calling the police. They're trying to call in your death. They're trying to call in you some criminal charges. They're trying to call in you possibly getting beat up. All of it. They hope it happens because that's who they call to try to handle you. And black people, Latino, Asian, whoever else, anytime that you see Permit Patty, Barbecue Becky, or anybody else calling the police, you grab that phone, you put that camera on their face, put them out on social media and let social media do its thing. We need to put a stop to them calling that police for any little thing, especially when they're trying to call in the murder of another black person. What were they going to go there and do with a little 8-year-old girl that's selling water? Then she say, oh, well, I have my windows open and she's making noise. It's daylight. What other time now? If it was after 10 o'clock and she's out there making noise, I would understand. Close your window. It's just that simple. She's outside. You want her to be quiet as a mouse so you can do your work. You got some nerve. But then you heard what the lady stated, that when it's the white people that's in her family show up, they were louder than her daughter, didn't have nothing to say. But the little black girl, you have something to say. Yes, it is completely racially motivated. It is. So don't sit up here and lie. You are lying so much. That's why you was hiding in a corner, you fool. That's why you dug down, because you knew you was wrong. Then you get on TV and act like you're crying. You didn't have a tear come out your eye. I mean, come on. I mean, you didn't learn too well. Usually people like Permit Patty and Barbecue Becky, they normally got the crying thing down packed. Well, they got the tears flowing and everything. You couldn't even do that. You messing everything up. But no, you need to lose your business because she sells medical cannabis to dogs, cats, and people. Treat Well Health is the name of the company that she co-founded. And everybody pulling back away from her. It's amazing how she could sell marijuana legally, but how many brothers is locked up right now because of selling marijuana in that same state? They sit up there and they make laws when it benefits them, when they can make money off of it. When brothers was trying to sell a little weed to feed their family or put some money in their back pocket, they couldn't do it, but they went to jail. As I say, that's why I welcome everything that the Most High is doing in relation to that group. I'm sorry, I just welcome it, because the thing is, all the evil that they do. Now, is all of them doing evil? No, I don't want to say all. No, not all. But the ones who are doing it, the ones who are full of white supremacy, and the ones who are supporting white supremacy, I welcome it all to them, 100%. Because they've been doing this mess forever. They have no problem trying to call for the murder of our children. They have no limits on what they'll do. They won't relegate that to grown people. Little kids that can't defend themselves, they'll sit there and try to get harmed or killed. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about Permit Patty. She is getting everything that she deserved. But what would you do if that was your child, ladies and gentlemen? If that was Permit Patty harassing your child, would you let her make it? Would you forgive her? I know some of you probably will. I'm curious to find out, but let me know.